Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how I made Orcrist, Thorin Oakenshield sword from the Hobbit, and to prove that you don't need metalworking equipment to make swords. Using spray adhesive, I've attached my template to some 6mm MDF, and now I'm going to cut that out. This will be used as a template on the actual piece of wood I'll make the sword out of. I'm going to trace the template onto the wood with Sharpie. The guard on the hilt doesn't quite fit, but that's okay. I'm going to actually place a second piece of probably jarrah on top of that. It's a nice contrast, and to build up some thickness to it so it's got a more 3D appearance. With my template and blank now cut out, I'm going to mark a halfway mark along this edge so that I know where to taper the blade to. First I'm going to draw this halfway mark, which on this mark, so that I know on this direction where the blade should taper. Do the same on this side. And then finally down the centre. You can see why I left the little knob on the end of the blade so that I could clamp it between two bench dogs to get my initial cuts going. I'm going to be using a Spokeshave and probably a Blockplane. If you're doing this in softwood like pine, you could probably use a belt sander for this sort of shaping, but in hardwood like Tassie oak it's going to be a pain. I sawed the nub off that I was using for clamping. Now I'm just going to fine tune the shape with a rasp. For the guard on the handle, just like before, I cut the template out on the bandsaw. Then trace that onto a block of wood. I used jarrah as a nice contrasting timber. Then cut that out and then cut it in half by sticky taping it, or cut taping it to a spare scrap of wood that I could run parallel to the fence, which gave me 2 halves. I then cut out a section of that on the bandsaw that will fit over the sword like so and be a bit slimmer. I'm going to do the same on this piece for the other side, and hopefully they'll all meet up. I'm going to glue them back together, then once that's dry I'll shape them. The original idea was that the blackwood shavings would make a leather-like wrap around the handle. Unfortunately, the shavings had a tendency to crumble or crack or split, whatever. And I think being so thin, they didn't quite work out too well. So I couldn't get first the CA or then the epoxy to quite grab successfully without pulling itself apart. So the end result was pretty crappy. So what I'm going to do is get this grey vinyl strips and wrap that around like you would with leather. And there you go, Orcrist. Actually feels pretty nice in hand. I've used Tasmanian oak and jarrah, so they're both hardwoods, about the equivalent of Tasmanian oak's about the equivalent of hard maple. It didn't take all that long with hand tools. Spokeshave is a fun tool to use from time to time because the sort of shapes and curves you can get that you can't necessarily get with other planes. Adding that third dimension, that is the taper, to a wooden sword is a great way to make it look that little bit more realistic. And it's something that you can just kind of go nuts with. You get very, very zen sort of thing as you're shaving away. So it's a project for all skill levels and ages. Thanks for watching.